brick by brick, wall by wall.
Syria apartheid has to fall.
Free, free.
Palestine.
Free, free.
Palestine.
Free, free.
Palestine.
In our thousands, in our millions.
We are all Palestinians.
In our thousands, in our millions.
We are all
Pressed. In a moment where we watch with horror and despair at the ongoing besiegement and bombardment of Gaza, it is shocking that the government has chosen to bring back a bill that seeks not only to restrict our collective rights to protest, but is clearly a direct attack on the Palestine Solidarity Movement.
Palestinians.
In our thousands, in our millions.
We are all Palestinians.
In our thousands, in our millions.
We are all Palestinians.
In our thousands, in our millions.
We are all Palestinians.
In our thousands, in our millions.
We are all Palestinians.
No ceasefire! When I say long live Palestine, I want you to say long live Gaza. Long live Palestine!
Long live Gaza.
Long live Palestine!
Long live Gaza.
Long live Palestine!
Long live Gaza.
By how this bill is being promoted by the government as a way to combat anti-Semitism. I know that there are many in my community who are worried about their safety right now, and to be clear, everyone deserves to feel safe wherever they live. But you do not fight anti-Semitism through the suppression of Palestine solidarity. We are not kept safe by draconian, anti-democratic laws that restrict our rights or our rights to boycott. We will never be safe by besieging Gaza or building apartheid walls. We keep each other safe. I am here to make clear to our political leaders that Jewish safety is inextricably linked to the safety of all minoritized and marginalized communities, including Palestinian safety. Through a commitment to human rights and justice for all. It is never too late to prevent further loss of life and suffering. Every child killed in Gaza today would be alive if we'd had a ceasefire yesterday, and a ceasefire today would save lives tomorrow. Those are the stakes when the government tries to curb our rights to protest. I am hopeful that despite attempts to silence and marginalize us, there is a growing chorus of Jewish voices and movements working both to oppose this bill and to end apartheid occupation and build freedom for all.
All of it must stop. Stop the blockade, stop the apartheid, stop the genocide and stop the ethnic cleansing. None of this horror can be allowed to continue, because this is truly a defining moment for our generation. Our children and our grandchildren will look back at this moment in time. Let us make sure that we can look them in the eye when asked and say that we did not stand idly by, that we did not fail to act, that we did not remain silent. Tell them that you spoke out. Tell them that you marched. Tell them that you took to the streets. Tell them that you protested. Tell them that amidst all the clamour, your voice was heard. Because the world has a stark choice to make, to stand with the oppressed or not, to stand with the dispossessed or not, to uphold the primacy of international law or not. We can spectate, numbed by silence and frozen with inaction, while world leaders tear up the UN Charter, or we can speak out and speak out for peace and justice now. All of us here today know which side we are on. We're on the side of humanity, the side of decency, democracy and international law. With one voice here in London, we call for a complete and immediate ceasefire. We call for an urgent resolution to this humanitarian catastrophe. And we call for the establishment of a lasting, of a just peace between Palestine and Israel. One that demands an end to occupation and apartheid imposed on the Palestinian people. To our Palestinian brothers and sisters from Gaza City to Ramallah, from Jenin to Rafah, in East Jerusalem and in refugee camps the world over, the people of Ireland stand with you. The people here tonight in London stand with you.
I want to say two other things. The first is that those who support what is happening in Gaza, you will not find them coming out to try and defend it or promote it. What you will find is that they are spending all of their time trying to demonize and undermine the protests against it. That is why they refer to what we are doing as hate marches. They refer to what we are doing as anti-Semitic. And as the previous speaker said, we never should have to choose between fighting anti-Semitism and standing out for the human rights of Palestinians.
In that building over there can hear the voice of the British people. Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now!
What wants to do is stop this basic point of democracy. And we have to say, no, we are going to stand up for democracy. Because, of course, this is about what happens in Gaza. Of course, it's about what happens in so many other places where Britain's friends and allies are committing human rights abuses. But it's about what happens here. It's about the fact that we have local governments, local organisations making democratic choices, and Westminster is saying, no, we're going to stamp all over your democracy here in the UK, and we're not going to take that.
Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now!